let's go to the US. Let's elevate the debate and talk about US politics. And let's kick it off with the latest from Donald Trump, because after the debate, of course, Taylor Swift came out and endorsed Kamala Harris. Let's look at the Donald's response to that.
I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. You couldn't possibly endorse Biden. You look at Biden, you couldn't possibly endorse him. But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace.
Oh, I love that. She's going to pay a price. All those people in the Midwest are going to stop buying her records, apparently, Mark.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of copium being smoked amongst conservative commentators, and unfortunately, the Donald is not immune to himself. He's bang on about that you couldn't endorse Biden, and she didn't do that, to her credit. But what's really scary is Kamala. Absolutely, I think she did so well at the debate, and he did extraordinarily poorly. And now it's okay to support Kamala. I think it's completely acceptable to do that.
I think that's very telling. I think it's telling that Taylor Swift and whoever it was waited till after the debate, because they were hoping she'd do all right, and she did exceed expectations. She did much better than I would have thought. So it was enough. That was enough for a lot of people to think, oh yeah, she'll be all right. Let's have a look at some of the debate. I thought one of her best bits here, it certainly got under Donald Trump's skin, is when she had a go at his rallies.
He's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Yeah. Now, I think it's probably crapped him, but it took some chutzpah.
Just a bit. I mean, also, is Kamala Harris telling us there that she's been attending these rallies?
I wonder, yes.
She seemed to be very familiar with the comings and goings of rally attendees. I think the interesting thing for me was that Harris and, I guess, the media and political and social elites never just want to beat Trump. They don't want to take on his arguments, because to take on his arguments is to give them, I guess, legitimacy. And they are legitimate arguments. There's unemployment, there's inflation, and so on. Instead, they've always aimed, since the 1990s or the 80s when Trump became a public figure, they've aimed to humiliate him.
Yep.
And has this ever worked? They humiliated him all the way to the White House, and they may be doing it again. They don't just take him on. I mean, half of the show, half of the debate last night, or yesterday, our time, was Harris looking sneeringly at him, or laughing, or doing the sort of, you fool.
And trying to belittle him.
It also humiliates the voters. It also humiliates Trump's voters.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, although I thought that's what threw Trump off a bit, because I think he's gone into it, Mark. He's gone into it thinking, I don't want to be a bully. I don't want to be attacking her too much. I just want to expose her a bit. And yet she attacked him. He probably needed to hit back a bit more.
100%. Well, he took the bait on every single thing that she threw out. Anytime it got close to an argument against her or a criticism of her, she did it very cleverly. She just threw out a little bit of bait, and he bit every time. He underestimated her, as I would have as well. I'm not better than him. I would have underestimated her as well. She obviously didn't drink a drop before this debate. She got in there and she did a very good job. She was on script.
Yeah.
And
she was
every bit of bait, she took it.
She was unburdened by what had been before. And she went. What I didn't have on my bingo card for this, though, for spending 3 years telling people there's no way known that Biden would run again, even when people only 2 months ago were saying he's definitely running again. I said, no, he won't run again. And barracking for him to go, I now want him back, because this performance of his today is the smartest, sharpest, funniest thing we've seen from Joe Biden in 4 years. Have a look.
There you go, man. I need that hat.
You want my autograph?
Hell no.
You know my name. Come on.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah. Instead we're doing a selfie. There you go. Yeah.
and cats.
Don't eat your dogs and cats. So he must have stayed up at least halfway through the debate.
Is he now running? Is he now running for Trump? He's actually like that was incredibly affectionate and promotional, and seems to be all the way with the Donald, as opposed to Kamala, who, as Mark points out, was last night. Let's say she was unbourboned.
She was unbourboned. Yeah, a split. There's a split in the White House. You've picked it. Biden's now for Trump. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll catch you next week.